everyone, this is Tom with the Green Dot Group. Today I got a quick video for you. We're going to dive in. We're going to talk about the importance of process mapping. Before I dive into that, I'd like to encourage you to hit the subscribe button and the notification button so you're notified when we upload videos in the future. Let's dive into process mapping. Process mapping is a critical improvement activity that is used by belts and other improvement professionals, as well as project teams, managers, and even operators, to document the process steps that are taken in order to create and deliver the organization's products and services. There are multiple benefits to process mapping. One of the key benefits in process mapping in regards to process improvement is that it helps the organization and the individuals who do the work to visualize the work. In seeing the process, oftentimes the operators and those people around that process are able to identify opportunities for improvement. Through visualizing the process, they're able to quickly identify which process activities may be wasteful. Another benefit to process mapping is that it helps to break down organizational silos. Process maps help operators and managers to see what happens upstream and downstream of this work. This leads to a new appreciation for the work that occurs before their work and the work that occurs after. Process mapping is one of the basic improvement tools. When facilitating change, it's important that any organization starts by understanding the current state. An effective way for gaining that understanding is through process mapping. The steps to map your processes are as follows. You start with setting your scope. Know where your process starts and stops. Oftentimes, this is referred to as the bookends. Based on that scope, think about who your customers are and who your suppliers are. Also, consider who the key stakeholders are of that process. This information serves as an input to the next step of forming your team. Once you have a team, provide them with the training that they need to be effective in mapping the processes. Once trained, send the team to observe the process in person. Based on their observations, they will take notes and document the activities that they observed occurring. It's likely that the team will need to reconvene and participate in a small facilitated workshop in order to unpack the observations that they had. During this workshop, all team members will be asked to unpack their observation using sticky notes. As each individual unpacks what they observed, the team will begin to compile a larger and more detailed process map. Once the process map is completed, they'll need to verify it with the operators. Once the operators sign off and verify that the process map is reflective of the current state process that is being performed, the team and the organization can take the next step to improve that process. In addition to improving that process, the organization can use that process map to help orient new hires. It's critically important that everyone in the organization understands what the basic shapes are on a process map. The rectangle indicates the process step. The elongated oval indicates the process start and stop. If you see the diamond shape on a process map, this indicates that there's a decision node. The process map tends to split one way or another based on the decisions made at the decision node point. Circles indicate an on-page reference, and arrows indicate the flow of the process. If you're a visual learner, I'd encourage you to go to Google or another search engine of your preference and conduct a quick research on process mapping. For me, I personally like to go to Google and then switch over to Google Images to see pictures of process maps. In your research, you're likely to find a variety of different process maps that exist. The four most common process maps are the flowchart, the swim lane, the value stream map, or VSM, and the SIPOC. Of the four, the most basic is the flowchart. This tool simply maps the activities in the sequence in which they occur. Slightly more advanced than that tool is the swim lane. Again, it maps the key activities in the sequence they occur, but it also helps the organization and the team to identify the handoffs occurring between operators by providing swim lanes in which each resource gets its own lane. The value stream map is common within Lean. This tool helps to visualize all of the interactions with the organization's suppliers and customers in the effort to deliver value. A SIPOC map which stands for Suppliers, Inputs, Processes, Outputs, and Customers, provides a high-level overview of the process. A SIPOC typically summarizes a complex process in about 4 to 6 process steps. Depending on industry, there are other mapping methods that exist. However, I'm not going to discuss those in this video. I wanted to keep it very high level and provide you with the basics you need in order to get started. I hope you found value in this video. If you did, I'd love if you'd leave a comment and let me know how you're using process maps or are planning to use process maps within your organization to drive improvement. As always, thanks for nerding out with us.